Taking off with Elytra is pretty boring. Ow. So today in my hardcore world, I really want to jazz it up by building something that might actually kill me and make me lose everything. I had the idea to build a huge tower in my world with a TNT cannon launcher at the bottom that would explode and send me flying into the stratosphere. This tower will be based off of one from a video game called The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. Link uses it to launch himself into the air, so why can't I? But this build is not gonna come easy. There's a ton of work that I need to do if I'm gonna make this happen. So join me today as we get hard at work on this tower and possibly lose my hardcore world. So you're probably thinking, if I'm making a TNT launcher, I most likely need a lot of TNT. And to make TNT, I need a lot of gunpowder. And my supply is pretty low. So I'm going to be doing something I've never done before in Minecraft today and build a creeper farm using cute little cats against their will. I have some fish in my food chest from when I used to catch and eat fish all the time. So I'm going to be using these and hopefully I can find some stray cats that want to be tamed. Let's head over to my village over here and see if I can find any. This is going to be fun too because I haven't actually tamed any cats in this world yet. So these will be my first few little kitties. I must say though, this village is pretty empty now though, because I may or may not have put them all in my iron farm up there, but we don't talk about that. Oh, hello. I don't want to scare the cat, so I'm just gonna like stand near it and I think it should come up to me eventually. I won't kill you, I swear, I'm a changed girl. Wait, I can trap it in here and I can wait for it to love me. I'm just gonna wait in here with you. Oh. Yay! Hello, kitty. Aren't you adorable? Come follow me this way. Look, there's an orange one here. I can't let him get away. You will be mine, I swear. Why is this cat going into the ocean? Here, kitty, kitty. Yay! I have 2 now. Oh, this is wonderful. I don't know how many I need exactly, not gonna lie. Also, I don't know how far they teleport. Like, if I land here, will they teleport to me? Oh, they do. Okay. Well, let's keep flying and keep them teleporting. Hi! Welcome to my land. You guys stay here. I'm gonna get a few more of you. I think there's another village somewhere over here, so it could be worth checking this area to see if they have any. Oh, I remember this village. They're the weird ones. I'm not seeing any stray kitties here. That's not a problem though. I think I know where another village is too. Ow. Right over here. I see one. Yay! Another one trapped. I mean, tamed. Do we have any more stray cats in this village? Please make yourself seen. Now offering free homes to any cats who want them. Free housing, free food, and love. I should become a cat, honestly. That sounds like a dream. I see another one. Oh, it's the same kind as the one I just got, too. Oh, finally. Look, we have Where'd my other one go? Oh, what happened? I was just looking there and he's gone. Oh, you're fine. My bad. Slight overreaction. Hello, feline friends. I have a brother and a sister for you. I think I need like 6 cats, so I should only need 2 more from here. And when I was on my way to the Pale Garden, I saw that there was a sneaky little village sitting right over this mountain. And I'm sure they have cats here somewhere, so let's take a look around. Oh my god, I fell right onto one. What? Am I crazy? Hello? Oh, how did you get, you know what? I'm not gonna question it. I got you. I just realized I don't have to wait for them to come up to me. I can just run behind them. That could have saved me lots of time. All right, I just need one more kitty. Are you sleeping on the job? You know, we still have another one to capture. I mean, steal. I mean, tame. Rescue. Wake up. Wait, was that my cat or was that another cat? Oh my god. Okay, you're enabling bad behavior. Stop that. Look, there's another gray one. Get it, get it, get it. Just stand still so I can love you. Oh my god, they're so quick. Oh my gosh, I'm tired. That's how you know I'm out of shape. There we go. Ugh, that was a process. Let's go home. Welcome home, my little gray kitties. Okay, I think this should be way more than enough cats. They are all so adorable. Oh, look at that. I got 2 twins. And I'm not talking about the cat. Now that I have all my cats here, it's time to build my gunpowder farm. This gunpowder farm was actually quite simple to build. I built it behind my magical forest, and you just have to make this sort of diamond shape on the ground. So I built up all the walls with stone brick, and then I sectioned it off into 4 parts. And then inside of each of the 4 little areas, I put some trapdoors and carpets down. And then in the middle there, you can't see on the inside, but I made a hole down a few blocks with some water leading into chests with hoppers. Then I brought my cats over and I placed one in each of the 4 corners. And then to top it off, I filled in the roof with trapdoors. Then on top of those trapdoors, I put a bunch of stone brick slabs. And what should happen now is that creepers will spawn underneath this roof, will get scared away by the cats, and push down into the hole where they will burn on top of campfires. And this is an AFK farm as well, so I decided to build a massive scaffolding way high up in the sky. And I left my game open overnight and waited here for hours to see how much gunpowder I could farm in a day. But also towards the end of it, I got tired of just waiting here, so in my boredom, I turned the top of this scaffolding into a big UFO build. If you watched my previous X-Life series, this is kind of similar to that one. I made the roof all glass so I can see out at nighttime and the day, and I also made a redstone contraption on the inside to make some lights flash around. And then beneath, I built some green light rays coming down to make it look like the aliens are trying to suck up the farm inside of its UFO. Okay, after leaving my game open while I was sleeping, I think I've done way more than enough AFK farming. I'm also very tired of hearing this minecart noise, so let me get out of here and let's go check on what I've collected. And the grand total is... Whoa. Okay, that's a lot more gunpowder than I expected there to be. Honestly, I'm tempted to just leave it overnight again, but this is a pretty good start for all the TNT that I'm gonna need, so I'll probably do a majority of my AFK farming off camera. But for now, let's grab a load of this gunpowder here and go craft some TNT blocks. I should have a boatload of sand in here. Gonna have to remember how to actually craft TNT. There we go. I'm kind of nervous for how much TNT I'm gonna have, I'll be real. I probably should not be trusted with TNT, but it's okay. Let's just fill up a whole stack here. Never in my life have I had a full stack of TNT before. Well, I'm definitely gonna need a lot more. I'm gonna use all the gunpowder that I've collected and turn it all into TNT, and I'll leave my game running overnight again so I can get even more. There is one thing I need to address though. Some of you might be wondering what's gonna happen with the cats that are currently being held captive inside of here. Well, to appease the animal council gods, once I've collected enough gunpowder that I need, I'm going to, of course, free the cats and put them in my magical forest, where I have built tiny little homes for them so they can wander and roam as freely as they'd like to. I'm a good person, I swear. I'd say this gunpowder farm was a success, so why don't we get into the real work now, which is building the actual tower. I've had this empty section of my world by my zoo that I've been wanting to build something in, and I thought this would be perfect. So here I am starting to build the base of the tower. For this build, I'm mostly using dark oak, spruce wood, mangrove, and pale oak wood, along with some clay blocks. The base of the tower here is going to be quite big because the bottom of the tower is kind of bulky, and it's going out on all 4 sides because I want you to be able to get into this tower from any direction. Now it's finally time to get into the real work, which was building the actual tower itself. So this tower is actually based off of a tower from a video game called The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. In the game, Link unlocks these towers called Skyview Towers, which he can use to launch himself into the air really high up in the sky and glide down wherever he wants to. And I am such a big fan of Zelda. I recently got done playing Skyward Sword, and it made me want to build something from the games inside of my hardcore world. So here you can see I'm about midway through the tower, placing all of my dark oak planks. Getting all these materials was pretty simple. I have a ton of dark oak wood already at my disposal from my forest. This tower is super tall. I think it actually rivals my home in terms of tallness. It might be like a few blocks higher. I tried my best to make this tower almost an exact replica of the one from the games. There might be a few little details missing because because of the blocky nature of Minecraft, but I think I did a pretty good job of building this outer shell here. And after all that hard work, we now have the outer shell of my tower done. As always with everything I do though, there is a ton more work that we have to complete. If we come up inside here, you can see that it is looking a bit empty on the inside. And there's also a big hole in the floor. And if you're eagle-eyed, you might also see that there is a bunch of gaps in my big tower here. In Tears of the Kingdom, when Link is being shot out of these towers, he shoots up inside of this tunnel that has these blue lights that are all around him. So I am going to be using this pearlescent frog light and this blue stained glass to sort of emulate that look on the inside. And the reason why I am using the pearlescent frog light is because if I enable my shaders pack and I come up here and block this off, you can see that when I surround this block with blue glass, it starts to reflect blue light everywhere, which is exactly the vibe that I wanted to go for. So I'm going to repeat a similar pattern that I've done here, but going all the way up to the top of my shell tower. I am loving this frog light block. I never really got it before starting this world in Minecraft, and I have to say it's very quickly become one of my favorites. My favorite part about this as well is that you'll be able to see the blue glass from the outside, and it'll give off this like glowing effect that happens in the game that I really wanted to put in Minecraft too. Also, because I'm putting glass all around the frog light block, I have to put them on the inside too, which means when I'm flying up through this thing, it's just gonna be like a glowing blue light tunnel, and it's really trippy to fly through. So those gaps I was talking about earlier are actually going to be filled in with the glass. Unfortunately, it does have to break the like fencing pattern here and look a bit awkward, but I don't think anyone's gonna be looking at it too closely to really care. And by anyone, I mean myself. I also think that having this frog light is so good because I think the tower, when I was building it, got super dark, and this is a good thing to have to light it up as well. The next layer of this pearlescent block should be the final one that I need for this tunnel. And there we go. Now, if I fly down here, you can see all the blue glass placed there. That kind of looks like the light shining through the tower, how it does in the game. And we can come in here and see this blue mess. So up at the top, you'll notice these weird blocks placed here. In the game, when Link launches out of the tower, a sort of lid pops up at the very top of it, and it opens up, allowing him to shoot out into the sky. So I'm going to attempt to build something similar to that lid here. I can't promise that it's gonna look the greatest, but I think it should look okay, at least. Over here is where the top of the lid is gonna be. This lid, you'll have to just kind of use your imagination to imagine that it opens from the middle portion. Unfortunately, it does look the tiniest bit elongated, but that's okay. I love elongated things personally. Okay, this is what she's giving. Look, I understand that she's a bit long, but it's perfectly okay, and no one's ever really gonna come up here anyway, so I don't care. Anyway, with this lid and top portion done, the only work I have left to do on my tower is down at the bottom here. Firstly, I'm just gonna put some carpet leading to this entryway here, and inside of here is where my redstone experience will either come in handy or actually kill me. In here is where I'm going to be building the TNT cannon. The bottom of the TNT cannon is gonna come right in the middle of the tower here, so let's build up a couple of blocks. Then I'm gonna need to make this really big square on the bottom. This should be big enough. Now I'm gonna come out on all the sides here and add an extra row, and this is where all of my dispensers are gonna be placed. So I'm gonna put them all facing the middle block here, just like this. Then I'm also going to need some hanging down from the ceiling, and these are gonna be placed here. Then in the four corners is going to go my water buckets, and then above this block I'm gonna place a fence. I'm also going to break away this layer of clay because I need to put redstone here. Dispenser there, and redstone is going to go all along the outer section of all of these blocks, just like that. Then I'm going to place my button right about there, and when I press it, all of these should light up. Obviously, nothing is going to come out yet because I haven't put TNT inside, and I still have another part to build. Then coming along here, I'm going to add 5 blocks, one on top there, then another row of blocks coming back toward it like this. Along this bottom row, I'm going to add a line of repeaters, and I'm going to pull these fully backward to 4 ticks. Up here should be redstone dust, and then another repeater going back into this dispenser. These will all be pulled back by 4, except for this one. This one will stay like this. So this trail of redstone here, when I press this button, should light up on a delay, which will shoot out a bunch of arrows. And these arrows are very important. I'll tell you why when we actually get to testing this TNT cannon. But this should be all of the redstone currently done, so I'm just going to make this look pretty from the outside so that the redstone is invisible because it does not look pretty. And now it's time to tell you about the most dangerous part about this entire thing. When I was testing this cannon in a creative world, I died when it exploded. In creative mode though, it shot me super high into the air, so when I'm in survival, I need to be wearing my full set of armor, otherwise I could lose my whole hardcore world. However, armor alone is simply not enough to protect you from the amount of TNT blast that you're subjecting yourself to. I'm gonna need a little bit of extra protection on this one. So inside of my cannon, I'm going to be putting enchanted golden apples. If I don't eat an enchanted golden apple before I go into this TNT cannon, I could lose my life and my entire world. So at all times, I'm going to try to have a barrel here that has a few in there. I'm also going to spend some time collecting some from around my world. So if you'd like to watch that, you can head over to my Twitch channel, which is just NovaSoBored. The link is also in the description. But anyway, now that the cannon is done, the redstone is complete, and the build is mostly done, it is time to test out this cannon. I'm just gonna grab a few more stacks of gunpowder and craft some TNT, and then we can get placing it inside the dispensers. I have crafted a few stacks of TNT. Let's hope that this is enough for the cannon. I don't think I've ever been quite this nervous to test something in Minecraft. This is making me realize that I am actually going to need way more TNT than I originally thought, but it's okay. For the most part, I can place 10 into each of them. Okay, all of them are filled up. I did have to go back and craft a tiny bit more, but that's okay. Now that that's done, it's time to test this thing. I'm gonna grab an enchanted golden apple. So all I need to do is come in here, drop on this fence block. I should press this button and the TNT should come falling down. Then right before the TNT explodes, an arrow should hit me. So that should prevent the TNT from killing me because of iframes. Oh god, I hope this works. Let's do it. Okay. 3, 2, 1. Oh my god, it actually worked. And I'm just now realizing I completely forgot to eat my golden apple and I almost died. That was crazy. I did not expect that to work so well. Jesus though, I could have died just then. That is actually insane. I am so happy with how this turned out. It works perfectly. I should mention that this TNT cannon design was made by this YouTuber, so make sure to go check out their video if you want to build it yourself. So now if I want to go long distance traveling anywhere, I can just shoot up into the sky using this thing and fly anywhere to my heart's content. And it's pretty flashy and cool, which is a plus. However, you might have noticed that earlier I said that this build was almost done. There's one part about this build that I haven't done yet because it is even more dangerous than the TNT cannon itself. At nighttime in Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, these towers are lit up by spotlights that shine through the night sky. They act as beacons in the night that show you where the towers are so you can find your way there easily. So I had the bright idea of making these myself with beacons. And I only have one beacon, which is sitting in the middle of my house, so I need to get 4 more, which means I need to risk my life now to finish this build by killing 4 withers. So let's waste absolutely no time. I'm gonna head over to the nether now and start wither skull farming. Farming these skulls took no time at all. I literally just went into the nether for about an hour or two, and I just killed them all in the nether temple that's by my portal. Having a looting 3 sword made this process so much easier. I got all 12 skulls in no time and raced back home. Now that all of my wither skulls are collected, it's time to kill these babies. If you don't remember, the last time I killed the wither, I brought it up this big mountain here, and I spawned it at the bottom of this really long hole. Now, I would do that again. However, first time I did that, I died a few times when my world wasn't in hardcore mode, and I kind of don't want to risk it. So we are going to do this the old-fashioned way, and I'm gonna come down here underground, and we'll dig out a hole and fight the withers that way. Let's find a good place to do this. Let's just dig into this wall for a bit, and then I'll make a room and spawn it in there. Okay, I feel like this is a long enough tunnel, so let's make a room in here now where I can spawn the wither and kill him. I am honestly terrified I'm about to lose my entire world here. You know what though, if I do, I had a good run, and that's all that matters, right? Okay. Ah, it's here. I'm scared. I'm scared. I'm scared. Oh, here it goes. Here it goes. Here it goes. Let's just hit him. Hit his little tail. It's working. It's working. Not bad so far. Not bad. This might be the strat, honestly. He's already about to die. Oh, I'm getting a little damaged. Just a few more hits. And he's dead. There we go. I got my first nether star, and I also have a wither head. That did tank my health a ton though. Luckily I had some gapples and a ton of milk. I'm gonna put this in my offhand for now, just in case. I am a bit paranoid that this is all gonna go wrong, but for a first try, that wasn't too bad. I'm gonna rebuild this part of my hallway because the wither actually didn't get too far from where I spawned him in, so I can probably just keep doing this in this area, at least for a tiny bit more. Okay, that's all built back up now. Let's get the next wither spawn going here. And I'm actually gonna have my milk out on me this time. My health got too low for my liking, so I want to be extra prepared. Here we go. Should hopefully just be the same process. In and out, in and out. There we go. Oh god. Drink the milk, drink the milk. Oh, there we go. He got way too close to me. But that's 2 down, thank goodness. Okay, the next room has been built. Let's get this wither going. Boop, boop, boop. Can I like claim that I'm the first one to do this for a Skyview tower build in in Minecraft? I hope I can. There we go. I didn't take any damage that time, thank goodness. All right, I only have 1 more wither left to kill, and I still have a good chunk of my little hallway left. This is looking pretty good so far. Let's get my milk out and spawn him in. Ow! Whoa! Ow, okay, I actually lost a nice chunk of my health. He's getting so close. I don't like it. I don't like how close. Where'd he go? Oh god, that was scary. Woo. The way my nether star almost burned in the lava, that's crazy. But look, I managed to do it. I have 4 nether stars. I also have a bunch of these wither heads too. I don't know what I can do with these, but I'll keep them. I just realized I wasn't even wearing my chest plate that entire time. I am so lucky that I didn't die. Let's just put these in my shulker box for safekeeping, and we'll move on to the next thing. And that next thing is gonna be making my beacons. The spotlights are gonna go on all the 4 corners of my tower here. So I'm just gonna dig out a little area for it, and I have to go underground for this. I'm gonna put dirt here as a placeholder for my beacon because I need a ton if I'm gonna power every single beacon in this area. I think I need 3 or 4 layers of iron blocks. I'm honestly not really sure that I'm remembering that correctly. I hope I am. Let's fill out this entire area underneath, and the real test will be when I make the actual beacon. I just gotta do that 3 more times on all the 4 corner areas. And there's the 4th. Okay, time to craft the actual beacons. I honestly forget what the crafting recipe is. I think I need obsidian, and I put it in the table like this. There we go. And if I put all 4, I should get 4 beacons. Now let's do the real test and hope that they actually light up and I haven't wasted my time. Let's see, let's see, let's see. Yay! Hopefully all 4 of them do the same. Oh, there you go. Those look so good, but the only problem is that it's currently daytime and these don't need to be shining in the sky. I'm gonna come down here and try to figure out some redstone so I can set it up so that this is covered up during the daytime, but opens up at nighttime. I am honestly not sure how to do that, so let's learn together. If I put a piston here and a block there, then I come this way, I can maybe put a redstone torch there, then a daylight sensor there. Then if I change it to night mode, I'm hoping that when it becomes nighttime, it should retract the piston and it'll glow. Also, on top of this thing, I am just gonna build a small little structure. It's not gonna be anything too fancy at all, just something to look like a spotlight, basically. I think even this is literally fine right there. And I'll put a glass block there too. I'm gonna try to replicate that same design across all the beacons, and I hope to God that this works. Okay, all of that's taken care of now. All 4 of these little spotlights are now made, and I'm actually just gonna go back in through this sort of area and bone meal around it so that I can better hide the glass block in the ground. I don't know how comfortable I am with everyone seeing my messy redstone everywhere. Let's just cover up this area as much as possible. Look guys, pretty flowers. Distraction, distraction. And also, while I'm waiting for it to turn nighttime, I'm just gonna make a path connecting this staircase to this part of my zoo here. Now, instead of this being closed off, it's an open pathway straight to my tower. There we go. I love that. Connecting my world piece by piece. And it is just about starting to become nighttime, so let's just wait here. I didn't have to wait. It happened right before my eyes. Oh my god, I'm a redstone genius. Mumbo Jumbo is not happy right now. I love this so much. Now I can officially say that this build is 100% complete. And unfortunately, so is this video. I hope you all enjoyed it so much. I had a blast making this. Literally. I am so proud of how my Skyview tower turned out. It looks just like the one from the game, which is exactly what I wanted. Let me know what you think in the comments of my tower build and also my UFO build, because why not? I think it's a great new addition to my world and really fills out the area. Now don't mind me while I roleplay that I'm in Tears of the Kingdom right now. I'll see you next time.